Hey everyone, welcome to another video. In this video I'm going to be showing you some new Nabla makeup. I made an order from Nabla with a few of their new things. I'm just going to be trying them out, doing a little bit of first impression, so let's get into it. So Nabla came out with their September collection, is what it's called, I believe. And in their September collection they have some lipsticks, they have some cream cheek products, they have some single eyeshadows, they have some empty magnetic palettes, and I just decided to kind of pick and choose what I was the most excited about, what I was really feeling like trying. And what I did is, first of all, I picked up some things from their new Liberty X single eyeshadow palette builder collection. They used to have this whole collection of single eyeshadows that I made multiple videos of, swatching them, using them, but now they kind of revamped everything is different. They have different colors, they're doing multi-chromes, they're doing new palettes that are stackable and magnetic, like these have magnets on the back so you can stack them and take them with you very easily. So they're kind of like doing something new with this, which makes me kind of excited but kind of sad at the same time, because I did have almost all of their shades and now we're kind of like starting anew. The Liberty X collection has been out for a little bit. I haven't tried it yet because I thought it was a bit expensive, and I still think it's a bit expensive, but now with some new shades, with the new empty magnetic palette, I was like, okay, let's try it out. I'm just gonna pick out 4 shades and see how I feel about it. So what I have here is the Hibiscus Empty Magnetic Palette. They also have a silver one, I believe. This is one with like a pink gradient, and I think this looks really cute. And this is also part of the September collection. And I just was kind of inspired by the palette to pick some shades. The shades that I have in here are Citrus Notes, Tive Rose. I believe that is this shade, like the shimmery shade. This is Celestial. Citrus Notes is a Magic Chrome or like multi-chrome. Then we have the shade Lychee and Bergamot, and like those two are probably those. I'm gonna like put it on the screen. It's a bit hard to get them out and check it now because I really like in this hole, like magnetically stuck in this hole, and you can't really see it from the back, so I will show you more about that later. But I decided to get 4 shades, keep it pretty light and fresh, and just like try it out, see how I like the formulas. In this collection, the September collection, we have different multi-chromes, we have different shades, but this is what I went with. Then we also have 3 new shades of Matte Pleasure lipsticks. In this collection, they all have different packagings, which is pretty interesting. I decided to grab one. I got the one in Eden, and this is in the light blue packaging, and it's the kind of like rosy nude shade. I think the packaging of this looks really cool. I think they did a great job with this, and the actual shade looks very up my alley, very much something for me. I wasn't like 100% sold on the shades that I tried at kind of like the start of this year, I believe, when they first came out with these. But this is more my type of shade, so we're gonna see how I feel about this one. And then lastly, I got one of the Cupid's Arrow shades that they came out with in this collection. This is the shade Arrow Pop Mauve. There's also, I believe, kind of like a corally bright kind of melony shade, but I didn't think I was gonna use that. And this shade is kind of like a toned down mauve shade. I thought, you know what, probably gonna use that a lot. I really like the Cupid's Arrow formula. Alright, I zoomed you in a little bit. I want to put on some eye primer. We're just gonna play with these eyeshadows and see if they are as good as what we had from Nabla before. And I just want to do something kind of light. I think I'm going to start with the green one, kind of like in the inner crease, and then the pink one in the outer crease. I desperately need to wash my brushes. That is something that is for sure. But let's start. So this green one was the one where I was like, don't know how that's going to work in the swatches, because it looked kind of light. And it is quite a light shade. I feel like maybe if you put this on a bit more of a like white base or a lighter base, it could do more, but I don't know, it's pretty subtle. Yeah, I don't know about that. It's showing up, and I know it's a bit of a difficult color to make, but I'm not completely sold. And now let's move on to the pink. Put that in the outer corner. I feel like this shows up a little bit more. Yeah, I think that shade is quite nice. Like, for what it is, it's quite pigmented. It does show up. Gonna see if I can add some depth with the Cupid's arrow in the end. I feel like this shade applies a little bit more lilac than I would expect from it looking at it in the pan. But it looks cute. Alright, so those are the mattes. Let's dive into the shimmers. I am gonna grab this shade, the Celestial shade, and put it in the outer part of my lid. Okay, that is quite pretty. Quite like that shade. I was really into the Celestial shades that they used to have, so I really wanted to try at least one of these. A bit pinky, it's a bit mauvey, it's a bit shimmery. Pretty cute. And now let's get into what I think is gonna be the star of the show, Citrus Notes. And I'm gonna put that, look how good that looks. I'm gonna put that over here. It has a pretty strong green shift. It's a bit more smooth than the Celestial shade. It's a bit less like sparkly. But I think it looks really good. It has some blue in it, it has some yellow in it, it has some green in it, and it just looks very fresh. I'm gonna put a little bit of that in the inner corner as well, just to see how that looks, if it's like light enough or fresh enough. I think I'm gonna add a little bit of that pink under my eyes as well, just to kind of tie everything in together. Like, it's a very soft look. This is turning out very pastel, very soft. Of course, that's also the colors that I chose. Alright, it's looking pretty cute, but I want to see what I can do with the Cupid's arrow. I'm just gonna add a little bit and smudge it out. A little bit on the lower lash line as well. Okay, I really love this shade. Just blending it a little bit with a small eyeliner brush. Okay, so I just put on basically the rest of my makeup except my lips. I put on some bronzer, blush, highlighter, mascara. I did my brows. So we're ready for the lipstick. I think this one looks so cute. It smells very much like nuts, the same as what we had in their original collection. I believe this is a limited edition, this shade and the other shades from this collection. So let's apply it. So this is very much my actual lip color, maybe a little bit more muted. I feel like with these lipsticks, you don't really want your lips to be super dry. Like they are advertised as being very comfortable matte lipsticks, and like in a way they are, but in a way also I still feel like I have to be pretty careful with these, that they don't dry up my lips and my lips aren't too dry or crusty. And even now I feel like it emphasizes a little bit of dryness on my lips, but I do really like the shade. I'm just gonna add a little bit of lip liner to see how I feel about it then. Like I wanted to show you the shade first, but I think that will kind of like take the look to another level. I'm just gonna take a little bit of Milk Tea by Lunar Beauty. Alright, and this is the finished look. I feel like it's a pretty short and snappy video. I didn't have too many products to try, but I still wanted to try them on camera because I feel like there's not much out there yet about these. So let's quickly go over my feelings, my thoughts, and if I think you should buy anything from this collection. So first up we have the Liberty X. The palette itself, I really like. It looks so cool. It's really nice that you can see through it. Like, it's really easy to see what you have. Sometimes I find it a bit difficult with single eyeshadows to really know what you have. So I really like this little palette. I feel like the mattes are fine, like they're quite okay, but they didn't make like a big impact on my eyes. Like they blended, they're fine, but I have seen brighter pastels than this. The shimmer over here, it's pretty, it's nice, it looks pretty nice. Like no complaints there. It's shimmery, it's shiny, it's sparkly. And then we have the multi-chrome. I think it has a beautiful bright shift to it. It looks really nice on the eyes. I really like the shade because it just has something soft about it but still bright. I feel like this can kind of like take a look to another level, which I really enjoy with shades like this. I do have to say, when you build your palette, it's pretty expensive. Even with a discount code, it is pretty expensive. And I'm just a little bit unsure about it, if I feel like it is really truly worth it. If I feel like I would really buy more. To be honest, I don't think I would have bought this. I think I would have skipped on it based on the prices if I didn't feel like I wanted to make a YouTube video. Like, Nabla is one of the brands I keep an eye on, I do some reviews on. Like, it seems to be a brand that you guys are pretty interested in, so I do like reviewing Nabla, but I feel like it's just a little bit too expensive. I feel like there are ways to get multi-chromes where it's just a little bit cheaper. I feel like it's gone a little bit far. And also with the multi-chromes, I have noticed they sell out pretty quickly, so it's also not like you can wait for a sale or wait for a deal. I feel like maybe around Black Friday I'm gonna see what they have in stock then and maybe buy some if they have a good deal. For now, I feel like they're quite nice eyeshadows, but I don't really feel like it's worth the price. I feel like it's just a little bit too expensive for what it is. We have so many options right now for multi-chromes, and I already have so many multi-chromes. Like, it's nice, but it's not immediately blowing my socks off. Then we have the Cupid's Arrow. I really like this shade. I really like the formula. I already knew that I liked the formula, and the shade itself is really pretty, so I would highly recommend this. This is such a nice kind of like thicker, creamier, smudgy pencil, but that will stay put throughout the day. And the lipstick, it just is not the most easy to wear formula, and I thought maybe the problem was the shades that I chose before, because they were a little bit dark for me. Like, maybe they didn't suit me as well. I feel like this one suits me better, but it still emphasizes a little bit texture on the lips. I'm gonna see how it wears today, if it feels drying or anything. I just wanted to give this formula another chance, and I am not sure yet, but the color I like. The color is good, and the packaging also really pretty. Alright, so that's gonna be everything for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe, and then I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.